Hey everyone, welcome to All Things Vintage. We are going to be meeting with Chris Hardeen from Miss Mustard Seed Milk Paint. I just need to somehow figure out how to invite her. So hold on. I think I see her. I can figure out how to pull her up. Hold on, here we go. Are you there, Chris? Did it work? Oh, I see Cindy too. Here, let's see if we can add her. Let's try doing this again. Oh, I see Chris.
Hello.
Hey, you're there. Thank you for joining us. And hey, Cindy, you popped on at the same time.
Yes, we
Am
did. Am I set up okay? Do I have it right?
I
Reorient your camera, Chris. Okay. How about like this? There you go. That's great.
hey, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. That's always the tricky part because it's different here on Instagram than it is over on Facebook and YouTube and all the things. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, thank you for joining us, Chris. We're super excited that you are willing to take some time to talk with us. We both use milk paint and in particular Miss Mustard Seed milk paint for our projects all the time. So it would be great to kind of reach out to you and just ask you some questions, about painting furniture, about milk paint, about colors, and, whatever else comes up along the way.
Okay, that's great. Very good. Hey, let's just back up really quick and let's just tell everybody this is Chris from Miss Mustard Seed Milk Paint. And Chris, I know you run the IG account. Do you do the same for Facebook?
Yes, I manage Facebook, Instagram. I handle also our Twitter, and then a Facebook group page that we have, Move Mountains with Miss Mustard Seeds. And that's great for anybody that's just starting out painting that needs some suggestions. It's a great group, very interactive. So, yep, I manage all of those. So pretty much all of the social media avenues.
Okay, and I guess since we're here on Instagram, we'll just tell everybody if you need to talk to Chris, head right over. You're going to see her. We're going to tag her in this, so you'll be able to click on Miss Mustard Seed Milk Paint account, and you'll be able to get in contact with her.
Oh, that's perfect. Great. Very good. Thank you.
All right. So Cindy, do you want to tell people who you are and where they can find you?
There you go. Well, I'm Cindy. I'm with Reinvented Delaware, and we share all kinds of vintage home decor and furniture that we have repurposed and reinvented into all sorts of strange ways, but all fun, all really good. And we use milk paint a lot, and we love Miss Mustard Seed's colors. I can't wait to talk about the colors. That's the thing that sold me.
Awesome. And
How about you, Anna?
I'm Anna, and I'm behind Skylark House. And if you follow me on Instagram, it's Skylark House Lifestyle. So, and my website is skylarkhouse.com.
Awesome.
So, all right. So we're running out of time.
Of course.
I'm gonna kick things off, and I'm gonna ask Chris, how do you find pieces of furniture, and what do you look for?
I like to go to estate sales and auctions. Now that those have opened up again, we can go there. Facebook Marketplace is nice. You can find great deals on there, but when I'm in an estate sale or an auction, I can actually see the piece. And there's certain things that I look for when I'm looking for a piece that either I'm going to use for my home or to flip. A joinery on the sides of a drawer is something that's really good to look for. If you see this, this is dovetail joinery, and that's usually the sign of a well-built piece. Now, you can see that, and maybe it's the drawer is having a rough time opening and closing. Don't walk away from that. A lot of times that's something that can be fixed very easily with Gorilla Glue and some clamps. Sometimes all you need to do too is maybe use some Miss Mustard Seed wax puck and just rub the ends of the drawers, and it'll help it go in and out smoothly. Something else not to dismiss is if some of the veneer is coming off the top of a piece. I have found some of the most gorgeous wood underneath some removed veneer that I've done. And that's easy to do. We can do a whole nother segment on that. You just put a towel over it, iron it. It helps to loosen up the glue that's holding the veneer together. Get your scraper, scrape it off, and there is some, I have found some wood that has the actual wormholes in it. It's just perfect, perfect vintage piece. And if you don't like the color of it, then you can get your Miss Mustard Seeds milk paint in Curio, or actually any color, and mix it about a 4-to-1, 4 parts water to 1 part paint, and it makes a perfect stain for the top of your piece. So,
well, Chris, let's go right into that about the colors, because I kind of hinted to that. You just brought it up. Tell us about your amazing colors.
Our most popular colors that, if anybody's flipping furniture, that sells really quick, whites, our ironstone, our grain sack, those sell very quickly. And so does our black typewriter. It's a very soft black. And what's really great right now with typewriter, I'm seeing a lot of people doing the stenciling on it, or some of the designs that you can do on the side, some transfers. Another gorgeous color that we have is boxwood, our deep green. And what's beautiful with that, we have other greens that you can do under your boxwood and then distress back, and it can kind of peek through, so you have that two-tone peeking through. That's what I love about our colors. They all work so well together. I love to be able to paint a color with paint a piece with one of our colors, and then maybe paint the sides of my drawers with a color that really blends well with it as well.
Yeah, that's good advice. Yeah. The painting the size of the drawers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can see all of our colors at mmsmilkpaint.com. If you go there, we have our blog there. It has a link to our Pinterest. If you need any type of inspiration, go to our Pinterest. You will see tons of pictures, tons of ideas, pretty much anything that you want to find, Miss Mustard Seed Milk Paint. With our greens, if you go to my Instagram and scroll down a little bit, you'll see a section of, it's 9 photos of our different greens that I put together, and trying to give you a really great overview of all the different tones of the greens that we have. At one point, there was an article that said green is the new grayish, and it still is that. I think we're still in that mode. Green is such a popular color right now. So, and once you have your paste decided and you want to go in to start mixing your paint, you care if I kind of segue into that?
Yes, let's talk about that.
Now, our paint is a milk paint, so it comes in powder form. And what I like to tell everybody, settling can happen when your paint has been sitting in your shop, when it's been waiting to be shipped. So I like to tell everybody, make sure you shake the package, move it around a little bit, because you want to make sure everything is mixed well. You want to make sure your natural pigments are very well mixed within your bag. Then once you open it, it's very simple to do. You just take a scoop. I have 1 scoop in here. I'm going to add another scoop, put another scoop in, and then you just add your water. We always tell everybody, if you can make hot chocolate, you can mix milk paint. Very easy to do. Now, different people like to mix it different ways. We have a lot of people like to use the different glass jars, put your lid on it, and you can shake it. Mm-hmm. Some people like to use the red Solo cups. We actually have a lot of people that buy a blender like it in an estate sale, and then we'll use that specifically for the milk paint. But it's very, very easy to do. You just mix. And I like to tell people that I like to mix mine for probably 2 minutes, and then I like to let it sit for just about maybe 20 minutes. And while it's sitting, I can go and I can be prepping my piece, which can be something as simple as making sure it's wiped down, taking it apart if I have to tape anything. But that way your paint is just sitting there and very easily making sure everything is mixed up. And then once it's mixed and it's sat there for your 15, 20 minutes, I like to pour it like this. I want to make sure you can see this because
hold it way up.
Yep, out like a ribbon almost. See how it just kind of comes very easily. Right. And once you see that, you know it's a great consistency and you're ready to start on your piece.
So Chris, I have a quick question. why would somebody use milk paint and not like a chalk paint or a latex paint? Why is milk paint different? What does it do that's different than other paints?
There's several reasons I like to use it. I like to be able to get in my bag, mix up what I need, and then know that I'm not wasting anything. I also like the ease of the milk paint, how it goes on. Very, very few brush lines, brush strokes on your pieces. And then I like how I can manipulate the paint. Here's a piece I'll show you. This is just a simple spindle that's been done just in one coat of our French enamel, and then just lightly distressed with a piece of sandpaper, but then sealed with our hemp oil. And it has the perfect vintage look on it. Very easy to do. You can manipulate a piece. We have some great flips with IKEA pieces that people have just taken a simple IKEA piece, used our paint, used our covers, and then all of a sudden it looks like it came from somebody's attic. It's perfect.
Right. That's awesome. Maybe since we're finishing up here, what are the top coats? Because that's the last step, and we're kind of getting down to the last step with our live today. Tell us about the top coats.
Yep, your top coats, we have different waxes. We have an antique wax, which is going to be a dark wax. We have our white wax, which obviously is white. And then we have a clear wax, which is very easy, clear. And when you put that over your paints, I always like to say 1 color, 3 looks. And if you look at this piece, you can see the 3 different colors that the different waxes do to the piece. We've got the white wax, the clear wax, and then the dark wax. Our antique wax gets into your grooves, and all of a sudden it can make something look vintage within seconds. The wax will stay in there. You buff it and wipe it off. Very easy to do. And it really, as you're buffing, you're going to notice it's going to get a little bit of a shine to it too. And a lot of people always say, what do I have to use to wax my piece with? If you're just starting out, you don't need to buy an expensive wax brush. If you're just going to be working, maybe 1 or 2 pieces, wait until you're sure this is something you want to invest in. You can buy a simple chip brush just like this. I mean, these truly are pennies. These are what, 12 cents, 15 cents. Cut your chip brush down, and it makes it's a perfect wax brush. You dip it in the wax, very easy to do. You just dip it in, you put it on your piece, and you rub into the corners and you rub into the edges, and it works wonderfully. And all you've used is just a simple wax brush or a simple chip brush. You can also use something as simple as just I have a lot of rags that I have around my workshop. I just buff with my rags.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. This has been so informative, Chris. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll come back on. We'll have a lot of more fun. We have more things to talk about.
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, I think we're pretty much at the end. We have like 60 seconds left. So with that, I guess before we sign off, Chris, do you want to talk about what the current color trends are?
Yes, right now our greens are once again doing very well on our Pinterest board. Our most popular pin for the past month was a green dresser. If you go there, you can see it. It was a green cabinet. And then also our black color with hemp oil on it, very, very popular. Our hemp oil changes the look of our black very easily. You can see right here, it has kind of almost a chalky. Add the hemp oil to it, it's beautiful and smooth. People love this, and then they lightly sand back the black with the hemp oil and a little bit of the original wood showing through, and it's a gorgeous look. It's beautiful. It truly is.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
And for all of you who joined us, watching us from wherever you are, feel free to check out the Miss Mustard Seed Milk Paint website. They have a great blog. You can find Cindy at Reinvented Delaware, and you can find me at skylarkhouse.com. All right, you guys, thanks so much. We'll see you.
See you, girls.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.